Unit 4, the Constitutional Convention, Part 1. In 1786, in Annapolis, Maryland, a meeting was held to discuss commerce problems. 5 states attended. During the discussion, a future meeting was proposed. The hope was expressed that all states would attend. This future meeting or convention would be held in Philadelphia for the purpose of correcting faults in the Articles of Confederation. As we will learn, the outcome was much larger. They created the Constitution of the United States. The delegates. The convention began its work in May 1787 and finished in September of the same year. More than 70 men had been chosen as delegates by the various states, but only 55 attended in Philadelphia. A delegate is a person sent to a meeting or conference to represent the interests of the state. Average attendance each day was approximately 30 members. Rhode Island, distrustful of a powerful federal government, was the only one of the 13 original states to refuse to send delegates to the Constitutional Convention. The men who attended the convention were of remarkable ability. From Virginia came George Washington, Edmund Randolph, and James Madison. New York sent Alexander Hamilton. Pennsylvania sent Benjamin Franklin, Gouverneur Morris, and James Wilson. From New Jersey were William Livingston and William Peterson. Other important delegates were Elbridge, Gerry, and Rufus King. Massachusetts, Oliver Ellsworth, and Roger Sherman. Connecticut, John Dickinson. Delaware, and John Rutledge, and Charles C. Pinckney from South Carolina. The delegates were men of wealth and prestige. Many of them had served in the Revolutionary War, the First and Second Continental Congresses. Many had served in their own state governments. 8 had been signers of the Declaration of Independence. 2 would become presidents of the United States, and 1 would become vice president. 18 would become senators, and 8 would become representatives. The average age of the men attending the convention was 42, yet many were in their late 30s. Ben Franklin was the oldest at 81. Not all of the leaders of the colonies consented to attend. However, Patrick Henry smelt a rat and would not attend. Later, he would become a bitter foe of the Constitution, accepting it only after the addition of the Bill of Rights. Samuel Adams and John Hancock also refused to attend, and Thomas Jefferson and Thomas Paine were in Europe. The convention at work. The delegates met in Philadelphia in Independence Hall. Dirt had been spread on the cobblestone streets outside of the hall, so noise from passing carriages would not disturb the meeting. George Washington was selected as president of the convention. Although the official purpose of the convention was to improve the Articles of Confederation, a decision was quickly reached to replace the Articles with a new constitution. The delegates agreed on an early resolution. Resolved that a national government ought to be established consisting of a supreme, legislative, judiciary, and executive. The delegates often disagreed on proposals. However, they all agreed that the new government had to be strong enough to rule the entire nation. Lessons learned under the Articles were put into practice, and this new and improved Constitution would 1. Make the Constitution the highest authority in the land. 2. Provide for an effective central government. 3. Protect the rights of the people by setting limits on the governmental authority. The third objective was the most difficult, creating a constitution that would achieve a balance between liberty and authority. Slavery and the Constitution. How could a country like the United States, so interested in freedom, not outlaw slavery in 1781? Many northern states had outlawed slavery, but the delegates at the Constitutional Convention knew southern states would never accept it. The Constitution, if it if it interfered with slavery. So, to create the new government, the delegates did not outlaw slavery. Instead, they left the problem for another day and another war. Unfortunately, even with the other freedoms guaranteed by the Bill of Rights, slavery was not outlawed, but slavery days were numbered. Who was missing from the convention? Who was missing from the Constitutional Convention? No women, blacks, Indians, or whites of poor, modest means attended the Constitutional Convention. This was not surprising since most of the above groups could not even vote at the time.